The year is 31 BC. Rome, a titan of the ancient world, was tearing itself apart. The stage was set for a clash that would decide not just the fate of two men, but the very future of an empire. On one side, the ambitious Octavian, heir to Caesar's legacy. On the other, the charismatic Mark Antony, now bound by alliance and love to the alluring Egyptian queen, Cleopatra. Their colossal fleets, a dazzling spectacle of wood and sail, converged near the coast of Greece at Actium. But in the heart of the brutal melee, a shocking turn. Cleopatra's ships, her formidable navy, suddenly broke formation and fled. In an act that would echo through millennia, Antony, torn between ambition and passion, abandoned his men and followed her. Octavian's victory was absolute, a decisive triumph that sealed the fate of the Roman Republic and ushered in the dawn of an empire. Imagine a world where building anything truly grand was a painstaking, impossibly expensive dream. For centuries, iron reigned supreme, but the precious metal we call steel, so much stronger, so much more versatile, remained a luxury, painstakingly crafted, one tiny ingot at a time. Then, in 1856, a revolutionary spark ignited. An inventor named Henry Bessemer conceived of an audacious idea. What if you could purify molten iron not by slow, laborious heating, but by blasting air straight through it? The result was astonishing. Impurities were stripped away in minutes, not days, transforming the impossible into the commonplace. Suddenly, steel could be mass-produced. The foundations of the modern world were being laid, bridges of unprecedented span, railways that could carry us faster than ever before. This was the dawn of the Steel Age, and it would quite literally build the world we know today. In the turbulent post-war years, America was gripped by a fear of radicalism, and in 1920, that fear found its focus in two Italian immigrants, Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti. Accused of a brutal payroll robbery and murder in South Braintree, Massachusetts, their trial became a global spectacle. Sacco, a shoemaker, and Vanzetti, a fish peddler, were outspoken anarchists, and many believed they were convicted not for their alleged crimes, but for their radical beliefs. The evidence was shaky, witnesses contradictory, and the judge openly biased. Despite a worldwide outcry and years of appeals, they were ultimately executed in 1927. The Sacco-Vanzetti case became a stark symbol of injustice, forever raising questions about prejudice, due process, and the very definition of American justice. Imagine, if you can, a dome so vast, so perfectly proportioned, it still defies belief nearly 2 millennia after its creation. This is the Pantheon, a testament to Roman engineering genius. Built during the reign of Hadrian, this architectural marvel wasn't just a temple to all gods. It was a bold statement of imperial power and an audacious leap in construction. What truly astounds is its revolutionary, unreinforced concrete dome, still the largest of its kind in the world. At its apex, a giant oculus, open to the heavens, casts a single, ethereal beam of light, a moving spotlight that traces the sun's journey across the interior. This building, once a pagan sanctuary, has endured, transforming through the ages, becoming a church, a tomb, and an enduring symbol of Rome's unparalleled legacy. Sound of distant, echoing cheers, perhaps a hint of regal music fading in and out. Imagine a land steeped in ancient traditions, a Persia ruled for centuries by absolute monarchs. But in the early 20th century, a seismic shift was brewing. The year is 1906, and the winds of change were blowing through Tehran. Frustrated by corruption and foreign interference, a diverse coalition of merchants, clerics, and intellectuals dared to demand a voice. They weren't just asking for reforms, They were risking everything, facing down the Shah with a bold call for a constitution and a parliament. The pressure mounted, culminating in a dramatic standoff that saw thousands seeking sanctuary at the British legation, a desperate plea for protection that ignited a revolution, forever altering the course of Iranian history and planting the seeds of modern governance. Imagine a quiet summer day in 1795 on the rugged coast of Nova Scotia. Then, a discovery. Not gold, not jewels, but a strange, man-made pit hinting at something far more extraordinary. Within its depths, the first tantalizing clues emerged: ancient timbers and exotic coconut fiber, utterly out of place in this northern land. Whispers began of a fabled money pit, a treasure hoard of unimaginable value. But this was no ordinary dig. A cryptic inscribed stone spoke of booby traps and flood tunnels, defenses designed to protect a secret buried deep. Legend even speaks of a chilling curse. 7 must die before its mysteries are revealed. For centuries, this enigma has ensnared treasure hunters, archaeologists, and dreamers, consuming millions and costing lives, a testament to its ingenious, baffling engineering. What secret lies hidden, still unsolved, still calling to those who dare to dig? Imagine a world without maps, without compasses. For centuries, the vast, shimmering expanse of the Pacific Ocean remained an unconquerable frontier. Then, from the heart of Southeast Asia, arose a people who defied the impossible, the ancient Austronesians. These were not mere sailors. They were master navigators, reading the language of the cosmos. By the stars, the subtle shifts of ocean currents, and the flight paths of migrating birds, they charted a course across thousands of miles of open water. Using ingenious double-hulled canoes, packed with families, vital plants, and beloved animals, they embarked on a monumental journey that would span hundreds of years. Their epic voyages led them to the furthest corners of the globe, islands like New Zealand and Hawaii, settling Earth's last habitable lands. This was an unprecedented feat, a testament to human courage, ingenuity, and an unyielding spirit of exploration that forever reshaped the human story. Imagine, hidden for nearly 2 millennia, a secret whispered from the very earth. In 1973, deep in the windswept landscape of northern England, archaeologists unearthed a treasure beyond measure. Within the waterlogged ditches of a Roman fort, they found not gold, but something far more precious: thin, fragile wooden tablets, preserved by the very soil that had kept them silent for centuries. These weren't grand pronouncements of emperors, but the intimate echoes of ordinary lives. Invitations to birthdays, humble shopping lists, the mundane details of existence. For so long, the Roman world was known through the grand narratives of history. But here, in these Vindolanda Tablets, the voices of everyday people, lost to time, suddenly speak, offering a direct, astonishing link to the humanity of the past.